I think the best tip I can give is patience. Um, and I think, digital queues are meant for, handling high volume traffic. So it's not like people are just stood in a queue like we would be in person and you can see them physically, you know your place, okay, I'm next. It's kind of like patience is key. Although digital queues are there for a reason, they will help and it will manage. So although you might see I'm 20,000 in the queue, that 20,000 will go down considerably quicker than if you were in a 20,000 person queue. Okay, organisation, make sure you're logged in. I think there's been many a times where, we get there, we get to the front of the queue and we're like, press buy, and then it says, please log in. We panic, we refresh, and then we essentially lose our place in the queue. Don't panic and don't have every tab open. Just don't do it, because essentially what will happen is you're going to crash your device. You're going to overload it. It's going to be like, well, what's happening? Just have one tab open, one device, and patience. Have a backup card ready. I think sometimes, especially with Monzo, it'll ask you to verify, did you make this payment? And you'll kind of be like, well, yeah, I did. So maybe just have two as a backup in case it says, sorry, or God forbid it's declined. Okay, so the browser extensions are good. So if you go onto kind of like the Google Store, you can get loads of kind of extensions that will automatically refresh a page for you, depending on kind of your, I suppose, what you want out of that refreshment. If it's to refresh a new kind of system, a new tool. But in this case, it will it's really, really clever, and it will know that you're in a digital queue, and it will refresh it when it needs to be, instead of you kind of endlessly tap in refresh, and then essentially crashing your computer. These extensions are really handy. VPN usage is essentially just putting you in a different location. So although it could be kind of helpful if you are based in a city centre, essentially, and there's loads of traffic going in that kind of area, or you could kind of place yourself and say, hey computer, I'm based in the countryside somewhere, and do it that way. Just don't put yourself in a different country, as it might kind of not kick you out of the queue. You can have your phone and a laptop, but I think it can get a bit messy. It's definitely multitasking, because if you're focusing on this device and then that device starts doing something and then you do a mistake, you might actually end up not getting them at all by doing it that way. So if there's a few of you and you can all kind of get organized, it's basically like a really organization strategy that you need for Saturday, rather than going in blind and kind of, just press and buy.